Ocala.
If you've lived in Ocala for any length of time, you know that this is a community that is proud of its veterans, and that pride surfaces every time there's an event where we have an opportunity to honor our veterans. And Barbara Harbaugh is with one of the organizations that does such a great job with that. And that organization is Hiers, Baxley. And she's here right now to talk to us about the Ocala Symphony Orchestra Red, White, and OSO Blue annual performance in honor of veterans. It'll be this coming Sunday at 3 p.m. at the Riley Arts Center. So that sounds like fun. Good morning, Barbara.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm great.
Now that we're on the air, I get to ask you again. It's twice. You ask everybody when you do a radio show, how are you? When you first walk in, and then when the microphone goes on, how are you? So
how are you?
It's like, didn't I answer this already?
I did answer this already, but that's okay. Okay, well, you left out the most important thing about the show.
I'm sorry.
We're going to give away at least 8 tickets today.
Oh, today?
Right now, to your listeners.
During this? Okay.
Yes.
Excellent.
How great is that?
All right. Well, tell me about the show.
The concert? Okay.
Yeah.
So, red, white, and I love how you said OSO Blue, but it's I love that. It's OSO Blue, which is Ocala Symphony Orchestra.
Yes.
You knew that. You're just good. And they have been doing this show, let me see. They've been doing this show for 5 years, and we are always proud to sponsor it because veterans are our passion. We really like to give back to veterans. And so it used to be on Top of the World. And they brought it to the Riley Arts Center. You know, the Riley Arts Center just got refurbed and all of that. So in 2015, I think, is when they brought it to the Riley Arts Center. It's a fabulous show, all patriotic music. Each, what do you call it?
Branch.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Each branch of service is recognized, and it's just really, really a great show. Good opportunity to feel good about our independence.
You don't realize how affected you are by patriotic music until you hear it live, especially by something, a band, an orchestra as good as the Ocala Symphony Orchestra. I mean, you can listen to it on the radio, and you might get a chill, but when you're in an audience, and there it is, and the national anthem being played by all those amazing musicians, there's something different, isn't there?
Yeah, and it's fireworks in your ears.
Oh, I like that.
You know what I mean? To me, music is very moving to me.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
You know, when you get goosebumps, there are people, you know, all the musicians in the Ocala Symphony Orchestra are professional musicians.
Yeah.
They come from as far as Alaska, Virginia, all over the place to play here at the Riley. This is the show that kicks off the season for the Riley and the Ocala Symphony Orchestra, so that's kind of exciting. And what a great way to honor our veterans, you know, so.
Yes. How did you guys get involved with that? How did you team up with the symphony orchestra?
Last year, I had just come on, and I think we missed out. So, but it's something that we've sponsored in the past, and now we're lifelong partners.
Oh, good for you.
I've already, Pamela and I have worked it out, and Pamela's the executive director of both the Riley and Ocala Symphony Orchestra, Pamela Calero. And this is just something we're really passionate about, and we want to continue partnering with them on all kinds of things, but specifically this because of veterans.
You
know, as you know, we do all kinds of special things for veterans in our
always
service.
there. I mean, with the flag things at the park, and what was the last thing? Memorial Day, you had an event over there. So it's just all the time you're doing things with them. So.
We're going to be giving out flags at this show on Sunday, and how are we going to give away these tickets?
Well, let's find out how much are they worth. People want to know.
You know what?
You don't know?
I'm embarrassed. I do not know.
You don't know? Okay.
But let me ask Pamela right now.
Okay, Pamela, how much are they worth?
Pamela, how much are the tickets worth?
So I think you and Robin discussed having them at the will call window?
Yeah, we'll have them at the will call window.
At the Riley.
At the Riley. The show begins at 3 on Sunday. I believe doors open, though, at 2. So, you know, get there, enjoy the atmosphere. It's a beautiful... Have you been?
To the Riley?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
So here's my suggestion to give these away.
Okay.
If you have 8 of them, it's
Yeah.
going to take up your whole show if we have 8 callers on the air.
Yeah, so let's
So
not-
let me ask the callers, if you want tickets, right, the first 8, just call the office line, 732-8000.
That works
Well,
for
the
me.
first- are you going to give away 1 ticket per person or a pair of tickets?
Oh,
to
yeah,
one
good
person?
question.
I think a pair is
A
nice,
pair.
don't you?
Okay, so the first
Yeah.
4 callers then.
Yeah.
That's how we give away 8 tickets.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have...
Well, I mean, it's that, or we give one, and then they only have to buy 1 ticket, because then we can bless 8 separate families.
Right.
But I kind of like the 2.
We're
don't you?
deciding right now. Yeah, but the phone's ringing.
Yeah, the phones are ringing like crazy, huh?
All right, so Robin will tell Pat. I think Patsy's out there, right?
Okay.
Did you see her?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're going to start picking up the phone.
So 732-8000. Just say that you would like we'll take 2 tickets per caller. Okay,
Yeah.
since we said that, and then you get to go. So it's this coming Sunday at 3.
At 3:00.
Okay.
The Riley is also giving away 100 tickets themselves.
Oh, my gosh.
And I shouldn't say they're giving them away. They have gifted them to Vets Helping Vets.
Oh,
who,
okay.
We sponsor their show here
Okay.
weekly, and they have awarded them 100 tickets. And I'm not
Nice.
sure how they're giving them out, but we'll have lots of veterans in attendance. Like we talked about, all the branches of service will be recognized.
You're in good company
So-
with them, Barbara, because they, like Hiers Baxley, they are really
Committed.
One of those organizations that you just know is doing the right thing. all the
Absolutely.
time. Yeah, I saw them in the parking lot when we used to work together at the Cascades. I used to see them in the parking lot giving out food in the
Right.
dark to
Right.
people who had nothing. You know,
Yeah.
it was amazing.
They do some amazing work, and I think people, it's kind of sad how our veterans have been forgotten in some areas.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I'm very proud to be in Ocala, Marion County, because we haven't forgotten them.
And you know what else too? We always think of the World War II, the Korean, the Vietnam vets, but we have Afghanistan veterans right
Iraq.
here. They're young. Yes, they're young. They have young
it.
families. They have children. So I would encourage, if you are one of those younger vets,
Yes.
show up for the concert. Let your children
Absolutely.
be exposed to this patriotic
Absolutely.
music, and it'll be, I don't know, it'll plant the seed for something.
Absolutely.
Something good.
And the music is phenomenal.
Yeah,
You'll
yeah.
end up coming back for more shows because the acoustics in there are amazing, and just the musicians, like I said, professional from
Yeah.
all over.
Yeah. Do you know when you listen to music on the radio, when you listen to our voice on your radio, you're basically listening to vibrating paper, because that's all a speaker is vibrating paper.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So when you go into an auditorium and you hear musicians play, there's no vibrating paper. There might be some amplification, so some of it
Right.
might be. But basically, you're listening to a bow on a string on a violin. You're listening to
Right.
a reed in a saxophone.
Right.
You're listening to the actual thing that makes the music. And there's
So that's why it's so pure
there's
sounding,
a
right?
subtle difference, yeah. I mean, we have technology now that replicates it pretty well, but
Right.
but there's nothing like being in the presence of the real instruments.
Yeah.
Especially from people who know how to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Now you're a musician yourself.
Yeah.
So you're speaking from experience.
Yeah, and so even the spoken word, if somebody's speaking to you in a room,
Right.
it's different than a speaker, because all
Right.
it is vibrating paper.
That's crazy cool. I did not know that.
Isn't that
Look
something?
what you're teaching me today. My goodness.
So, in other words, I know you can hear symphonies and patriotic music on your CDs, etc., and it's wonderful. But it's nothing like sitting in an auditorium where they're right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, or even other types live. For Memorial Day this year, we had a live band, and they were phenomenal. Spade Cooley, remember their strange name
right,
that they
right,
had?
right.
They played phenomenally, and you could really hear the difference, because when they did take a break, they only took like 2 short breaks, and they played patriotic music in between. But the difference, like you said, in live
Yeah.
and recorded is crazy.
Yeah. So this sounds like fun. Are you having fun promoting it?
Absolutely. The Riley Center is beautiful. They're doing a lot of wonderful things. Like I said, this is the kickoff show for their season, so we're so proud and happy to be part of that. And I think this is going to be a long-standing partnership. We're going to do as much as we can with them, and
Yeah, the Hiers Baxley name has, everybody knows Hiers Baxley, what you guys do. You know, well, a lot of times we think of you as a funeral home.
Right.
And your efforts in town to support things like this kind of really helps expand our vision of what your vision is, our understanding of what your vision is.
I'm working hard at that because
Yes,
it's
you
really,
are.
it's really important to us for the community to know that we're not just a funeral home. We really want to be part of people's lives all the way around.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to making that decision for your, end of life needs,
Yeah.
we want to be there for you then as well. But
Well,
that's why we get involved in these kind of events.
And I like the thought that that point in your life when you're at a funeral home is, well, there's no getting around it. It's a sad moment, but it's a
Right.
celebration of that person who
Celebration of life.
Yeah.
That's what we call it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And the thing about that, I think you and I have talked about this before. If you can, you want to not wait until the worst day of your life when you've lost that loved one. If you can bring yourself
I know.
to sort of plan ahead a little bit.
Do you have
that
your
way-
place picked out?
I do.
You do? You know where you're going to be?
Well, it's one of those things. When I started working for Hiers Baxley,
Yeah.
I realized that I don't want my kids or them to have to
I don't
worry
either.
about that.
So what do I do? Tell me. I've never done anything.
See, and I've talked to you about this before,
I
Larry.
know.
I know.
What
I'm
should
going to
I
have to
do?
bring you. You should come and talk to one of our
Are
family
you
care
gonna-
advisors.
Should I get burned up, like cremated, or should I be buried?
Well, here's the thing.
I'm
It's a
big
personal preference.
person. Wouldn't I take up a lot of acreage?
Don't worry about the acreage. Most
Today's Paul Bunyan Day, by the way.
Paul Bunyan, can you imagine how much acreage he took up? Oh my gosh. Okay, but you asked me, do you want to be burned? 70% probably in Florida
Yeah.
of people choose cremation. And it's just kind of the trend. I think the national average is a little over 80%.
Is that because it's more affordable? Is that why?
Partially. And I think that people like the idea of being returned to dust. But I could be wrong. I don't know. I know another thing about it is a lot of folks would like to have those cremains. They would like to have their loved one either with them or in a special place. We have a lot of different options for that, where we have a place called the Celebration of Life Room, and they are almost like shadow boxes where people build like a little memorial in a glass enclosed looking shadow box, and it's special items from that person in addition to their urn. So the room is really, really cool. It's an air conditioned, you can go in and spend as much time as you want with your
Really?
loved one.
There was
Absolutely.
a guy in the news, Barbara, who he and his friend used to go to baseball games all the time. And when the friend died, and before he died, he said, "This is what I want. I want to be cremated, and I want you to take my ashes," because they were both plumbers.
Okay.
So you need to know this. Take my ashes to every baseball park except for the one he didn't like. I
Right.
can't remember which one he hated.
Fenway or whatever.
But I want you to flush a teaspoonful of my ashes down the toilet in every one of these parks. And that was the guy's mission. He was taking his friend's ashes all around. Remember that?
That's a really cool thing.
Yeah.
And I started to ask you why flush, but you then reminded me there were plumbers, so that makes sense. But yeah, and let me tell you something. We have not had one request that we could not fulfill. People have done things like that where, we do everything we can, bend
my
over backwards,
gosh.
to let them do stuff. Did you know you can fly your ashes into space?
I've heard that. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you do that? Do you set that up?
Would you like that? Yes,
For people?
absolutely, we do.
like that?
Wow.
Yeah.
That
While you
is
were out of the room, Larry said he hasn't decided what he's doing, so we're going to have to pressure him.
Mm-hmm.
You probably haven't either, but
No,
You know.
I haven't.
But you want to do that for your family so that they don't have to worry about it on the day that they're
It's
really
nice,
missing
though,
you.
isn't it, when somebody dies that you have a place to go? I think maybe sometimes having a
Absolutely.
headstone is... Because I went to visit my father on...
Sure.
I made his grave.
Yeah.
And I
On Father's Day, did you?
Did I go on Father's
was
Day?
it
I went
just another
Memorial
time?
Day.
Yeah.
I went Memorial Day.
Okay. Was he a veteran?
Yes.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I think it's nice. A lot of people want that touch point, to be able to go and sit
Yeah.
and talk. And I asked, you asked me if I had done that. Not every detail has been completed on my part because I asked my kids, would it be important to you to have a place to go and sit and talk to me? Or do you,
What'd they say?
They're undecided.
My son
So,
wouldn't care.
yeah, I don't know that they really care about that. So,
Place.
yeah. But there's all kinds of things people do to keep their loved one with them. We have different types there's jewelry where you can have a fingerprint of your loved one
Oh, my
as a
gosh.
keepsake and
Really?
wear it. I have a friend who just lost her dad in the last few months, and she wears around, and she was particularly close to her dad.
You've got
And
nice
she-
fingernails. Look at your fingernails. You could be a hand model. Look at your hands.
I've done that.
Have you really?
I did.
You do have
Yes.
like,
Well, thank you.
hand model type hands.
Well, thank you.
Hold them up for the camera.
Silly. But anyway, my friend wears this jewelry every day, and it's her dad's fingerprint. And how cool is that? That's just
That is
keeping
sweet.
a piece of him with
Oh my
her.
gosh, that is too sweet.
Okay, did we get winners? We have
Yeah,
winners?
yeah, we need one more though, right? We need one more. We need one more. So we need one more. We have one more pair of tickets to give away. Is
Call now.
Patsy out there?
No, I'm out there.
Oh, Robin is the one out there. Oh, I didn't realize. Okay.
That's why she's running back and
So
forth.
732-8000 is the number to call if you want the last pair of tickets to go to the
Red, white, and OSO blue at the Riley
That's
Center
right.
on Sunday,
Thank
July
you.
2nd at 3 p.m.
Barbara, you want to take a phone call?
Sure.
Good morning. You're on the air with Barbara.
Yes, good morning. I've been to the last 3 Red, White, and OSO Blues, and a very, very fine afternoon.
Excellent.
Yeah, Matt had made a joke at one of them about there being very few compositions that featured bassoons and oboes, and so I asked him to do the Midway March at the next one, and, and
All right.
that has a passage for bassoons and oboes. And,
Oh, I hope we
went over
hear that
very
on
well.
Sunday. I hope we hear that.
And did you ask him? Did you make sure there was a composition for the Seabees?
No, I didn't. I didn't presume to ask for the song of the Seabees. I think the Navy anchors away is sufficient.
Oh, there you go.
So are we going to see you on Sunday?
Yes,
You already have tickets?
I just won a pair.
Awesome. I'm so glad to hear that.
All right, excellent. Thank you, Jim.
All right, thank you.
Thanks,
Bye.
Jim.
Jim's a great supporter of the show and of the
Oh,
station.
that's fantastic.
And have so many things. Barbara, you're a delight.
Thank you. So are you.
Hiers Baxley's lucky to have you.
That is the sweetest thing I've heard all week.
Really?
Thank you.
How can I make it the whole year? What else could I say?
You might have done it already. No, that's great. I absolutely love working for Hiers Baxley because they really do care about the people in this community. And I'm passionate about it. They're very passionate about it. And it makes it a joy to come to work every day. Mm-hmm. I'm truly blessed.
Yeah, the concert, just getting back to that for a second, it is interesting. Somebody like Jim who just called, they have their own ideas of what you can do. And I guess if you lived in a bigger city, it would be next to impossible to call up the conductor
Yes.
of the orchestra
Right.
and say, hey, can you do, you know what I
That's
mean?
the beauty of Ocala, Marion County.
Exactly. That's kind of what I'm getting at.
I absolutely love this community. I've lived, mostly in bigger cities, Orlando, and then, college was Gainesville. I've lived in Tampa, and I love the Ocala, Marion County area. It's a great place to raise a family. It's not too small, but it's definitely not too big. It's the perfect family community, I think.
And getting back to my little comment about not hearing vibrating paper.
Yeah.
The fact that the Riley is not gigantic, huge. It's
Yes.
not a coliseum. It's a
Right.
nice sized auditorium, I guess you say.
Yes.
It really does not take away from the experience.
That's right.
Sometimes if a place is too big, you kind of feel like, okay, I was there, but
Right, but it wasn't an experience. There's
Yeah.
not a bad seat in the house. The
Right.
balcony is beautiful. Have you been up in
Yes,
the balcony?
yes,
Oh my
yes.
goodness.
yeah, it's
fabulous.
It's an amazing thing. Well, I'm so happy that you've teamed up with them. They need support, and so I'm glad that
Absolutely.
you guys are offering that.
Absolutely.
And they need us to show up because
That's exactly right.
so let's make
Please
sure-
come out to the Riley on Sunday for Red, White, and OSO Blue, 3 o'clock. It's going to be a patriotic, wonderful event.
So in addition to the music, you got the flags. And what?
Yeah, we're giving away some small flags. I think I have a couple hundred, so the first couple hundred people will get them.
Oh, okay.
And it's going to be a great show.
Anything, Barbara, that we can do to help you? Not just we, the radio station, but we, the general public.
Just show up.
Show
It's
up,
one of
yeah.
those things, that we want to salute our veterans. We want to show the Riley our support. It's so great to have. The Riley, I think they started out with people thinking, you won't have enough patronage. You won't be able to do it.
Oh, my
and
goodness.
They
I think they were wrong.
have blown it away with
Yeah.
their numbers.
It is a really wonderful thing to have in Ocala. I'm so glad they didn't tear it, because it was, the old auditorium, the Ocala Auditorium had its day, and it was threatened to be torn down. I'm so glad that they were able to find a way to preserve it and make it better.
Pamela just said that the tickets are $17 and there's only 50 tickets left.
Oh my gosh, okay.
So we definitely, get out there, get your tickets. And I'm going to tell you, I think I was at the annual meeting just the other day, and last year they had 122 events with 45,000 guests.
Wow.
So all the naysayers,
Wow.
who originally said, this community won't be able to support a center like this.
That's practically the whole population of Ocala.
Isn't that fabulous?
That's very good, yeah.
Oh my goodness. 50 tickets left. So folks, get your tickets coming out to the Riley Center on Sunday.
So let's give out a couple of websites and phone numbers.
Excellent.
Let's start with Ocala Symphony. Is it ocalasymphony.com? I
believe so.
Okay,
or .org.
Okay, I have it on my notes as .com.
Okay.
Hiers Baxley is?
Hiers, Hiers -Baxley, BAXLEY.com.
And what's a good phone number to give out? I guess for Hiers Baxley. I do have the Riley here.
Yeah, give the Riley number so folks know and can ask questions about the concert and get tickets.
Okay, the Riley phone number, 352, of course, and then 351-1606.
Yes.
Do you want to give out your number also?
369-1020 for Hiers Baxley.
Okay. I know it's fast when we do this, but it is recorded. Share the video that Barbara's making right now,
Yes,
and
absolutely.
and help spread the word. We've got, today's Wednesday. We've only got a few days. What, 5 days?
Yeah, till Sunday.
Yeah, and it's part of the 4th of July weekend, so get in a really patriotic
Mood.
concert and a mood. Yeah.
Yes.
Ocala Symphony Orchestra, red, white, and do you say OSO or do you say OSO?
I say OSO because I'm thinking of Ocala Symphony Orchestra, but I love OSO.
Oh, so blue.
Yes.
Yeah, there must be a reason why they did it that way.
That's right.
3 o'clock at the Riley Arts Center, 500 Northeast 9th Street here in Ocala this coming Sunday, July 2nd. Barbara, always good to have you in the studio.
Thank you. I love being here. I appreciate it.
All right, we will take a break, and we'll be right back.
Here is your 30-second news brief. The state's highest court will hear arguments today over whether Governor Scott had the power to reassign State Attorney Aramis Ayala's murder cases to Ocala State Attorney Brad King because of her opposition to the death penalty. A former Leesburg police officer is accused of raping a woman during a party in March. Critics of the Senate's health care bill are warning about the potential repercussions for Floridians, and 8 solar projects could be coming to Central Florida by the end of the year. And that is your news brief from The Source.
This is James Snyder, inviting you to join me each Sunday morning at 9:30 for Sunday Joy on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM.
Coming this and every second Friday of the month at 11 a.m. is Trinity Healthcare Medical Center with your host, Dr. David Kuhn. Trinity Healthcare Medical Center is Ocala's only progressive primary care clinic. Be sure to listen in and also check their website at thcmc.com. Then call them with your questions at 512-0000. That's 512-0000. That's every second Friday at 11 a.m. for Trinity Healthcare Medical Center here on The Source WOCA.
What do I do now? After 911, don't worry, call Fakuri. Fakuri Medical and